Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, chaps.
Cheers.
All right, so as you see, I am in the Chelsea shirt again.
It's Chelsea, Jordan.
Just need to remind everyone I'm not a Chelsea fan because all the clips that we're putting out, I'm in a Chelsea shirt.
You've had that on more than the Man City shirts, mate.
I know, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it means my predictor is just...
Shite.
Yeah. Fill in the blank. I have had City with the right score like 3 matches in a row, though. I guess the 4-1 against Liverpool, I didn't guess. I knew. So, yeah. But
that's the only thing you knew.
Honestly, Connor just wanted us to look matching this time. He's like our costume designer. Black shirt in the middle, the yellow on the right and the left. It's symmetrical, you know.
He could wash it because I'm getting some odor floating over this way.
That's funny, but yeah. So
he's not getting to wear his own shirts. That's the problem.
I know. Yeah.
I get to look at them now.
Yeah,
and they look nice.
Yeah. So hopefully we haven't done the predict. So it's FA Cup tomorrow and Wednesday. So we won't do it for that. We'll do it for this weekend, and hopefully I can redeem myself somehow and dig myself out of this hole. But anyway, let's get to a Twitter poll we put up. We spoke about something last episode. It was West Ham and what David Moyes should, if he could focus on one thing, the FA Cup or finishing in a European spot in the league. We discussed where should his priorities lie.
I think judging on the Fulham performance, he chose the FA Cup.
Yeah.
It was just after the Villa win, you know.
Yeah.
Which was upbeat and got everybody upbeat. And,
yeah.
You know, Jesse Lingard's, we spoke about him, his debut, 2 goals. Would he get 4 goals by the end of the season? He got 2 in 1.
Yeah. I'm retracting my statement.
You just said before though you still think it could possibly doesn't get the 4.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I did
you're saying he was going to get the 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got 2 in 1, but they were the worst goals I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to the games, but first, so the poll. We joke about David Moyes watching or listening to the podcast, don't we? So
yeah, because sometimes when we say stuff, it happens.
Yeah. So you're saying it maybe is focused on the FA Cup. We put out a Twitter poll between the European spot and the FA Cup, and it was overwhelmingly 78% of people voted that he should focus on the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's good.
So
it's nice to get a trophy. You know, we're not. It's nice to see them up in challenging for Europe, but they're not going to win the Premiership, are they? Mm-mm. So silverware, any silverware,
and the FA Cup.
They can't win the Man City Cup,
right?
Can they? So don't let nobody else win that.
The FA Cup will get you a European spot as well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So. I mean,
and look, go to United, another dodgy home performance.
Yeah,
you know they've been terrible all season.
Yeah, you could argue that the European spot in the league is.
I don't want to argue. You two argue enough.
Is easier than going for the FA Cup and trying to get the European.
Well, look, the FA Cup, you can't plan or predict or whatever. You've just got to go out and do it on the day, haven't you?
It takes a bit of luck. I mean, they could get past United and get some easy teams on the way through, you know?
Yeah, I don't know who's left. I mean, talking of the FA Cup, it's not going to be easy for City neither.
No.
Swansea away, my little mucker Mike Marsh.
Yeah.
He's a Swansea assistant coach there. Yeah. You know, want him to do well, but just not that Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a midweek game, isn't it? That's on Wednesday. But, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, so, all right, well, then let's
get... Chelsea go?
Chelsea, Jesus Christ. I didn't want you to ask me.
Oh, I was only asking because I thought they were out.
All right, we'll let you look that up. Actually, City played...
No, they beat Morecambe, didn't they?
City played tomorrow.
No, they beat Morecambe a while ago. They had someone after Morecambe.
Did they get beat?
Oh, no, they got Barnsley. They... What the fuck did they play? Oh, they played Lewin. That's why... And it was... honestly... That's what made me think, like, Mendy has to go.
It was 3-0, wasn't it?
3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
That's what makes you think...
They were 3-0 up at half-time, was they?
I didn't get the game. I just watched the highlights.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Highlights Chelsea.
Because you couldn't find your Chelsea shirt, because I was wearing it.
It was in Jordan's washing basket.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get many of the Chelsea games lately. Or they've been, like static. Like,
happy. Really happy.
Yeah. We have been now, to be fair.
Little Tommy Tuchel's got another win.
Yeah.
Oh, he's crept into the Europa spot, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's looking steady, honestly. I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, I don't see what he's not doing much different. He's playing it kind of safe, isn't he, with 5 at the back?
No.
No,
We're completely going forward, and we have possession, like 80% possession.
Yeah,
It's not playing it safe.
See, going back to the FA Cup though, see, I think you take it as it comes, and I don't believe it does. You do say one or the other because your confidence and your performances roll on.
right.
You know, you don't want to go on a decent run like they have been. You know, obviously the Liverpool game was a bit of a disaster, but you don't want to go on a decent run and then lose a game and break your sequence and maybe lose a little bit of confidence neither.
Yeah.
So if things are going all right for you, you just keep rolling on, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's what he's been doing the whole beginning of the season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Things were going all right playing before he switched to the 4 at the back, he was just rolling with it, you know. Which, I mean, you can't blame him. And it's not like West Ham, you know, a lot of the other clubs have to focus on Europe as well in the middle of all these games, so they don't exactly have the most games out of everyone. It's not like they need to really, rest. I mean, the squad's not.
No, he's more or less kept the same players all along. He's more or less kept the same players. I mean, look, when you look at it, it's the same substitutions more or less.
Yeah.
It's always Bowen coming off. It's always Yarmolenko coming on.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just.
Fornals is the same.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain people he tends to take off and put on like for like. You know.
I'm just still not having. I know I'm sort of eating my words from the last episode, just saying how shit Jesse Lingard is. I'm just not. I know West Ham fans, that would have appealed to them.
I tell you what, mate. Even apart from his goals, I know the goals the keeper's had a bit of a shiter, but I thought he was looking lively for somebody who hasn't played for so long. I thought he looked busy, and got involved a lot at Villa. You know, and then I got to say, what a job Soufal and Fredericks did on.
Yeah.
Arsehole.
Oh, you mean the player that Jack Grealish, that David Moyes claims is what, the best player in the Premier League?
What was he smoking then?
Yeah, he clearly wasn't listening to the podcast before he said that, was he? So
I think he picks and chooses.
Yeah, I just think I mean, he said that after the game too, which is weird. Like it was almost like.
Well, look, by sticking them two there, he has put an emphasis on him and how important he is to Villa. So he's put an emphasis on it by shutting them down, and they did shut them down.
Yeah.
I mean, if his only strong suit could be diving, though. If he doesn't get the ball, he can't dive. It's not like he's going to do something good with it, you know?
Well, he did dive, didn't he, again?
He's not going to go a game without diving.
No. He's no Mo Salah, though.
No, that was awful.
Well, he is.
No, he's worse than Mo Salah.
He is worse, yeah.
But Mo Salah's like the third.
He's not as good at it.
Yeah.
Mo Salah. He looks pathetic when he does it.
Yeah.
Grealish tries to make it look a little bit, even though it isn't, is it? It's shite. Yeah. He does that roll and throw his arms out and sits up.
Salah's going a lot faster as well, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but Salah looks like he's been sniped from
exactly.
That was disgusting.
Yeah. Which one?
There was another one in the middle of the pitch as well where he went down like that.
But you can tell he tiptoes around anyway, you know. He's not going to make contact with anyone. He looks like that type of player anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, look, goal scoring, can't fault the man, can you?
No.
But just stop it. It's do me. I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, I was just going to add something. You know, this type of goals that
I do want to talk about it.
That he mainly scored in that season. In his first season, it was where he didn't even need a yard of space. He could put it in from anywhere.
Yeah.
It was like the one he scored against West Ham, wasn't it?
He had one against West Ham.
Yeah,
one
just
against
half a yard.
Yeah, very similar. But he only kind of gets those half yards because people are going to know that he's going to dive, and that never happened back in the day. No one gave you that
in the box.
Exactly.
Have you noticed when Grealish gets in the box, once he tiptoes in, nobody wants to stick a leg
my
up.
point exactly.
Yeah, so nobody sticks a leg up.
If you're not getting closed.
I saw that with Sterling's penalty as well. Even Trent Alexander-Arnold backed off him. It's like they know, you know, it's like one touch.
But he did get caught though, Sterling.
No, he did, but I'm just saying
this time.
Yeah. But Alexander-Arnold backed off.
Yeah.
No, like he wasn't the one who did the foul, but he knew if he touched Sterling's going down.
I see somebody shaking their head.
Yeah.
Come on, spit it out.
I gotta watch it again, but I'm like 90% sure it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah,
he's caught him. He stuck his leg out backwards. Yeah. He stuck his leg behind him.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how I did that because no one can see it.
We'll get a cam down there so people can see it.
Foot cam.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a very different podcast.
Oh, but isn't it just such a good Monday?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm shattered. Drove back this morning, then I had to do a coaching session, and I'll come here and do this. But I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
4-1. Thank Burnley for bursting the bubble.
Yeah, definitely. And then Brighton and then City. It's just, I mean, what do you think it is? Like, Klopp's lost his mind, and I say this all the time, but what do you think it is with Liverpool?
Or maybe his teeth, because I haven't seen him for ages.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him smiling.
Yeah. I mean, he took a dig at City, didn't he? He said City had 2 weeks off during the whole COVID thing.
I love the way Pep dealt with that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Did you see?
You know,
Yeah.
he needs to look at his calendar again.
Did you see Roy Keane? Like, he just, because he has that thing against Klopp, he's defending City all day.
Yeah.
Was he? Was he?
Because he's
There you
talking
go.
about that, and because obviously if they get 2 days off,
Good
they don't
lad,
have-
Keano.
They don't have 2 days of training. They're
Right.
just missing 2 days of training, and it's like,
Yeah. What do you think What do you think the fix is though? Because they've brought in 2 centre backs. They brought in.
Well, sorry, mate, for butting in. I know I do it quite a bit as well, because people have told me in the past. But if I don't say it now, my Alzheimer's will kick in and I'll forget. I forgot. I actually have. No, that's it. Thanks, Con. Kicking me under the table. A little while back, before they were having the problems, he started then, didn't he? About the Thursday games and the 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that the players started listening? You think that may be it, and I'm believing it?
Well, yeah, he's got.
And they can hold on a minute. I know they've had issues at the back, but even with issues at the back, they went top of the league.
Yeah.
So do you think they started buying into the manager's lack of confidence or
that's what-
finding excuses?
that's what Mourinho does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
"My
he's getting shocking.
But he says he's like, my players are the best, so he can
Yeah.
make them feel like
Look, there's
they're the
definitely
best,
a psychological aspect behind
Yeah.
the management, isn't there? They're going to listen, and
Of course, yeah. That's what they do it for, normally for the greater good. But
Yeah.
it must work the other way also.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it does.
It isn't just the results, though. It's the performances with Liverpool
Yeah.
that have been. Now, thank God, but what was Alisson doing?
Yeah.
You know, where was he? Was he out
Yeah.
with Frank McAvenny the night before?
Yeah. Someone said, I forgot, it might have been Graham Lasso or someone, whoever was on the American commentary. He's like, has he tried to do a no-look pass there out the back? I mean, I don't think it was. I think he was just trying to clear it. But, I mean, it was... Honestly,
It was more of a no-pass look,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just so horrible for keepers because they can't make it up. They can't go score a goal. You know what I mean? Like if Gundogan misses the penalty, he's gone and scored 2 goals. The penalty's almost forgotten about. He's joking about it being Super Bowl Sunday and like thinking it was a field goal or whatever on Twitter.
Right.
But it's hard. Alisson,
Fine him.
yeah,
Because for
Alisson-
them couple of minutes, I hated his guts.
yeah, yeah,
I'm like, why are you looking for the top corner? You know what? If you go low and you slice it a bit, it's still got a chance of going in
yeah.
if it comes up. If you're aiming, saying that, you can't knock him, can you?
No,
For what he's
yeah,
done.
that's what I'm saying. Like
You can't knock
he's-
him. We're just not very good with penalties anyway.
No, Pep's been saying he's going to let Edison take the next one. He said when he said that the first time he was joking, now he's only half joking.
He'd just smash it
Yeah, he would.
like Jordan Pickford.
See,
No, you know what happened? He'd get like 8 in a row or something, and then there'll be a time he tries to chip it down the middle. And then
I don't
I don't think a
goalie's
goalie
gonna
would do that to another goalie.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's their club, you know.
No, I think
That's
Edison.
disrespect.
No, Edison would beat up any other goalie. He would just,
If it was
Edison
against
doesn't
Allison,
care.
that would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying that, like, someone said they don't think Edison's ever been nervous in his life.
Yeah,
Like, so
right.
you couldn't see him being nervous stepping up for a penalty.
No.
The only problem is if he misses, or it doesn't go out, it hits the post, and then there's no goalkeeper.
I
Like,
must admit, he
No, I mean,
doesn't.
it's
He
the
doesn't
point.
change expression. He's got one of the faces like he's farted in a crowded room and doesn't want anyone to know it was him.
yeah.
He's like that.
That's one way of looking at it.
Well, with the amount of space he's got at the back all game, he can fart all he wants, and no one's back there to smell it anyway. They're all in the other half. So, but
It was just so good stuffing, not just beating them, just stuffing them. You know,
I mean, honestly, and Phil Foden. I mean,
quality, mate.
what a performance! What a strike! Like, he's
But that's been coming.
yeah,
That's been coming. He's just going from strength to strength, isn't he?
yeah,
And he's going to make it so Pep can't leave him out.
yeah. And
He's
so
going
he
to
should,
become that fella.
Yeah, well, it's on him, isn't it? It's on him to do that and force
Yeah.
his way
I mean,
in and
there's
force
a-
his way into the England squad.
Right
and-
now, there is a position up for grabs, though.
Yeah,
It's not like when De Bruyne,
and Silva.
David Silva, Bernardo Silva are all.
Yeah, I think he gives Bernardo Silva a run for his money in that position.
Right.
But he's
now.
come into form as
Yeah,
well.
He
yeah.
started off.
Yeah.
He's come back.
He looked good as well. I mean, it just all came together on Saturday, didn't
I
it?
think, sorry, Bernardo Silva is prime.
Sunday, sorry.
On his prime, and what Foden's been doing lately, you still can't leave out Bernardo Silva because he still has
No.
that little extra
No, you
thing.
can't.
you
No,
know?
but there's a position for him as well. I mean, to me, the first one to go when De Bruyne comes back
It's
would honestly
Gundogan.
be Sterling,
Oh, Sterling.
and then you could.
But he's been scoring goals lately, mate.
Yeah, I mean that goal he scored.
You can never say this. There's always someone you could just fill in Sterling's position, and he'll do just.
Well, the thing
fine.
is with City, the wingers aren't really. It's more of like a. I don't know.
It's just
I
like
don't know
you
how to
start off
describe
there
it.
and then you move to where
Like
the
the
ball
way-
is.
But listen, well, Liverpool can talk about Van Dijk. Nobody's even mentioning that we're without Kevin De Bruyne and
know.
Sergio Aguero. It's,
yeah.
it's still happening. You know what I mean? They've still, 13, 14 games now?
Not that many for De Bruyne.
No,
But-
wins.
Oh, yeah, 14 in a row.
14 wins in a
Yeah,
row.
14th straight win. It equals the all-time winning run by an English top-flight team, shared with Preston in 1892 and Arsenal in 1987.
And we've got a great run of games as well, to be fair. I mean, not easy games, after the Swansea, was it? They've got Everton. No, is it
Everton, then Arsenal.
Everton
You
away,
got
Arsenal away.
Spurs.
Tottenham, Everton,
at-
Arsenal.
Tottenham at home.
Yeah.
And then West Ham at home. Man United at home. It's one of them, when you have a weekend, because you get a few of them during the season where you look at the games Saturday and Sunday, and you even get up at 7:30 to watch them in the
Yeah,
morning, and you go, oh, there's no good games this
Yeah.
weekend, They're all a mishmash, and you never get a top game.
Yeah.
But that's going to be for the
few
next month.
Yeah.
For the next month, just the City games alone,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, just going back though, when De Bruyne's back, you're not going to take out Gundogan. I think Rodri's going to keep playing because I mean, you're not going to want to put Gundogan back there when he's in this form going forward. You leave Bernardo on the right, Foden in the middle.
He's proven that he should be on the pitch,
Right. I'm just saying, for me, if De Bruyne was back tomorrow, and I mean, let's say he put out a full team against Swansea, he'll probably start Jesus.
Why would you though?
Yeah, I mean that. And saying that, Jesus is great when he's on, So it's not like I'm not saying he's a.
I would play Jesus. I think they need this. We've said it before. They need that fulcrum up front. They need the centre forward.
Yeah. Well, Pep said. Apparently, Pep believes winning the Premier League could convince Haaland to come to City, and the fee is around 100 million. That's what I've heard from.
He
City
should be
Extra.
looking. Whatever happens, he should be looking and say, "Me coming to City will make them win the Premier League."
Yeah.
He shouldn't be looking at what they do. What is it like? Are you good enough for me?
Yeah. I don't think
It's not like that with any player.
I don't
It
think
shouldn't be like that with
I don't
any
think
player.
that's the case. I think he's just saying he can't refuse if that's the case.
I mean, this could just be a media story made up. I mean, Pep could have said anything.
because what other team is proving it right now?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it could be a journalist asking him, "Do you want to sign Haaland?" Yeah. Do you think the Premier League winning the Premier League this season will help? Yeah. And that's the headline
Yeah,
made. So
I
it could be as stupid as
Well,
that.
why would he say no?
Right.
Who wouldn't want to sign him?
Yeah. But yeah, just going back to Phil Foden. This isn't just an episode about City Liverpool, by the way, just to say, but there's a lot to
Sorry, we have to deflect you every week anyway.
Let me have
There
it
is
this
other
week.
things happening in the
Yeah,
Premier
I know.
League, mate.
I know. Well, we started with West Ham. We'll come back to West Ham. Bournemouth got a result against Birmingham as well, which they needed. But just going back to Foden really quick versus the Big Six. I've just got some stats here. I think it's in the last 12
There
games.
is no Big Six anymore. We said that.
I put it in quotation marks,
well
if that
done.
helps.
Good man.
So against Arsenal, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Against Liverpool, he's got 3 goals, 3 assists. Against Tottenham, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. Chelsea, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Man United, 1 assist. I mean, he's just killing it, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll change that Man United stat in a
Yeah.
few weeks when they play them at home.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, who do you think? So looking at where City are in the league,
It's
right
done
now,
and dusted, mate.
You think so? It's that.
And I don't even care if I put the mockers on it because I'm that confident.
Yeah.
I said it ages ago. It was between Liverpool and Man City and nobody else.
Yeah.
When you look at who's chasing you and Man United are behind you, it's done and dusted.
Yeah.
5 points clear with a game in hand.
I just don't see United. Yeah, I don't see United holding on with this. I mean, great result against Southampton, obviously, and
Yeah, you know what?
No, it wasn't.
It sickens me that a man
that
sent
was
off
terrible.
in the first. Was it the first minute?
Second minute. Yeah,
It's on his debut.
it was terrible.
Did he actually touch the ball at all?
That
Young
one.
lad.
That one.
McTominay's leg. That was a sending off.
I think he went a little bit over. It wasn't a send off. Yellow card at
No,
best.
mate.
you said that was Mike Dean.
He's caught him above the knee.
That was
mate.
Mike Dean.
He's caught him above the knee.
I got to look at that one again. But the second one
It
was
is a bad one, yeah.
with Martial was terrible.
Oh, Martial's a. Why? What can you say, wanker?
Of course you can say wanker. Yeah, why not?
I wouldn't say it with that many syllables.
You know what this.
Yeah.
6-0 up, and you're still cheating. Now there's bad and there's fucking
Man
abysmal.
Yeah.
And Man United bad, yeah,
Yeah.
because Bruno Fernandes again was at it, fucking usual.
I can't stand him.
Why do these people? They do so much good, right? I know. I mean, look, he's in the time he's been there. What did they say to start on the telly? 37 games, 37.
Penalties.
Well, it could be, yeah. They had a hand in 37 goals or something, right?
Yeah.
Whether he scored them or had a hand in them. And you can tell see he's a gifted player. But I just don't, the other side of it, I can't like him at all because of the other side. Like Grealish, I can't like him, even though he's got ability. Salah bangs goals in for fun. I can't like him because of what he does. And why doesn't it get called out? And you know what? I'll tell you why. Because the refs are shite.
Yeah.
Absolute dog shit. They're not good enough. The standard is abysmal, and somebody's got to do something about it. Some of the.
What?
No, I'm gone, haven't I? I'm gone. I lost it there.
No, go on.
I lost it there. Wait a minute.
Some of that brain juice.
Yeah.
I was just
To get him sent off, and they actually went to Martial and went speak to the ref, Bednarek, and I think Ward Prowse went to the ref and went.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
And you know what? When you say cheats never prosper, he scored the next fucking goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And you see his face, the look on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, when you talk about people you want to punch,
Yeah.
when you see a face like that, shambles, honest to God. But look, what can we do? The David Luiz decision
Terrible.
against Wolves.
Yeah.
But look, he's trying to get out the way. You can't help but get back. You can't say, don't try and get back or get out the way.
No, but the clown shoes, he clipped them with those big clown shoes on, didn't he?
He's
What's
running
he
McDonald's
supposed to
shoes.
do? Yeah.
It's a disgrace, though. I mean, penalty, fine, yellow card, maybe.
No, not even.
No, but at worst, I'm saying, but send them off.
No,
It's
if it's a
disgusting.
penalty,
What
if
was
it's a
Leno
penalty-
doing?
If he gives him a penalty,
Yeah.
I'm confused about the Leno thing.
What was he doing?
Is it a red? Is that? I mean,
Yeah, it's just laughably
no, I
ridiculous red
understand-
card.
I understand, but like,
He didn't even give him a red card. He just sent him off.
Shouldn't Edison's tackle against Burnley? Shouldn't that be a similar situation? You see Edison fly in against I don't even know who it was. Edison flew in, got a yellow card for it.
Right.
Same position, just on the other side. Hasn't got the ball. Swept him out. Like same amount of defenders, kind of back, or same amount of forwards and defenders in play. Like it just. Why is that any different? I'm not saying I would
The
have
red
liked
card was
Edison.
also given in the game. So the
I would just
standard-
want to
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
him,
that's true.
when it's pissing down with rain, you know the ball's going to skid.
Yeah.
There was no way the attacker was going to get the ball.
No, yeah, I know.
Why don't you just
yeah.
drop off into your box and let it come to your hands?
Yeah.
First thing. Is he trying to be clever to go out and head it and then punch it and sort of tuck his arm in as if, well, you won't see it. Like,
Yeah,
with all the cameras
yeah,
and
VAR.
shit. Yeah, and VAR, yeah.
Yeah.
And even that, mate, we haven't slammed them for a while, but they're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The VAR is ridiculous. The Soucek sending off. Oh, Tim Howard and Danny Higginbottom
Yeah.
saying it's a definite red. What are they looking at? The red was it Mike Dean?
Yeah.
He's looked at about 12 times the replay, and you can see he's trying to loop his arm over his head. And this is what I'm saying about they don't get the game.
Yeah.
They don't know the players. You've got to know Grealish and Salah fall down. You've got to know Soucek isn't the type of player to do that.
Right. Yeah.
But they don't because they're not in touch with it.
Yeah.
They're so far removed
that-
from football itself.
Yeah.
Go
Sorry,
on,
I don't
go on.
I don't wanna slow down
Cut me off.
this
Cut me off. I want to be
speeding
cut off. I want to be cut off.
It just sits-
I'm snowballing downhill. Honestly.
Yeah.
You see my legs sticking out and everything. I'll be picking up people on the way. Like a cartoon one.
That red card was rescinded. So why doesn't that? Why
doesn't the ref get suspended? Or fined or whatever?
Yeah.
Especially if you've looked at it for that long and still can't see. How stupid have you made yourself look? You know what I mean? If it's taken you that long and you still get it wrong.
Yeah.
You know? But the whole point of the screen on the side is to save time, isn't it?
You would think
And
so.
he stood there longer.
It right,
It's like he was watching a series or something.
Yeah, Netflix came up and said, "Are you still watching?"
Shambles.
So okay, just the Berlino handball though. If an outfield player did it, it obviously wouldn't be a red card.
Well, no, he's not the last man.
Well, if he was last,
was he? Wasn't there a defender back?
Well, the goalie's normally the last man, isn't he?
No, but I swear there was a defender back in the box. Behind
No,
him.
he wasn't. No,
No?
it happened that fast.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. He should have just stepped back because the ball was travelling as well. And
Yeah.
would have skidded into his penalty area. It was brain fart time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's all you could sum it up as.
Yeah, he's just lost the plot, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's a straight red, so it's 3 games he's out for.
And this second keeper's shite as well, isn't
No,
he?
well, they just bought Matt Ryan from Brighton. I don't know why
did
they
they?
didn't bring him on. Yeah,
Did they?
they took him on loan or they bought
I
him.
thought they
or
had the Scandinavian lad.
That's who came on.
Yeah, but he's played before as well in the cup.
Yeah, but they've got Matt Ryan. A weird one for me. Matt Ryan going to
Australian?
yeah, the Brighton keeper.
Yeah.
Brighton's first keeper. You know,
Yeah, for some reason I can't picture his face.
he just looks like
Just looks like a keeper.
just a guy. Yeah,
Alright, yeah.
but yeah, I don't know why he didn't go on. I don't know if there was. I mean, you don't really need keepers to like pass all these physicals and join in with training. You know, like an outfield player before they can jump in. But I don't really know why that was. But yeah, let's get to. We've had a few people over the past. We want to encourage people to write in questions on Twitter or email. And we've
To
had,
the 5 pints in.
to the 5 pints in. Yeah, I mean,
not directly to me.
yeah, but that's okay.
Well, you're
too.
gonna send it
I'll
to me
scoop it
anyway.
up anyway. Yeah. Wherever you want to do it, just whatever questions you have, you can on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the email 5pintsin@gmail.com. Wherever you want to do it, you can send them in. Questions for Ian. So we do have one here from Scott Doohan. He said, when you played in the very successful 80s Everton youth ranks, who out of the, hopefully I don't get these names wrong, Wakenshaws, McCowett, Morrissey, etc., did you think would have gone on to make the most league appearances and have a big impact career-wise? And then just as a note, he says, Ian, I was a few years younger at Everton than you, but always remember with fondness going into Belfield training. It was a magical place. Best wishes and keep swinging, in parentheses, those clubs. So
Oh, okay. Right.
that's funny.
Not swingers clubs. I thought someone had been following me.
Yeah.
You know, you'd keep turning around and people stop. That's been happening a lot lately.
No,
I've been having to wear my disguise when I go in. Out of that lot, there was a lot of good players, to be fair, and I think the majority sort of fell by the wayside, and I don't know how it happened. Jimmy Coyle, for me, I thought would have gone on. He was probably the best player out of all of us, but didn't go on to have a football career.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know why. You know, he was a regular scallywag at the time, and we all sort of were. But Johnny Morrissey went on to play a lot of games for Tranmere. Ian Marshall, I think, was probably the most successful or next most successful as far as appearances and level where he got to. He was at Ipswich and Oldham when they were in the top flight. Marshy, miserable git. He might be listening, but I'm sure he'll let me know on my Twitter.
Yeah.
Robbie Wakenshaw, we thought would do more because, you know, he came on the game where 2 weeks before the FA Cup final in '84, Robbie, he started the game that I made my debut, came on as sub, and he scored the goal against Man U and People thought it would be big things. He ended up coming on loan to Carlisle with me.
Yeah.
Who else? Ian McCowart didn't go on, I don't think. Stevie Jones didn't go on. Mark Farrington, he signed for Norwich after we got beat by Norwich in the FA Youth Cup final. Fazza, he was a good player as well. Tough, good goal scorer. He got 2 goals at Carrow Road, then 2 goals in the second leg at Goodison, and missed a penalty in extra time, which would have won us the FA Youth Cup that year. And then the younger lads in our group, the ones the year down, they went on and won it the year after. Darren Hughes, as C does when I go home, he went on and played for Wolves, Port Vale. So we was a decent side, to be fair. We had a lot of good players. But back then it was different because we were training and playing with men. You know what I mean? It's like at 16, 17, we were in the reserves, in and around the reserve team. And we were playing with... Because when Howard came in, he bought the world, you know? He bought everybody. You know, the likes of Alan Biley, Alan Ainscoe. You know, Trevor Ross was still there. He was an Arsenal player for a long time. So it was we were in with first team players who were coming back from injury and first team players that had been left out. So it was, you know, we were in amongst and playing against some top players as well coming back from injury. So we got blooded at a young age. And I think that's served us well. Because when you look now, kids coming through, they're either getting farmed out to lower league clubs or they don't get a chance or a sniff till they're 22, 23.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit later in life, later in the day.
Do you think it's more cutthroat now, or there's a lot of money in the youth sides now, isn't there?
Yeah, so people settle for being left out, really, you know. And I've got admiration for them youngsters that go out on loan because it is tougher further down.
Yeah.
And you do get it is a good breeding ground for them to go to. But, I mean, something like your boys, Chelsea, to have 50 players out on loan or something.
More than that.
Is it? More than that?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I
you
think
know
we
what?
have like over 100 people in our squad.
Who was it who came out the other day and said
40 something.
he's been at Chelsea 9 years, hasn't played a game?
Oh, what was it?
That's right, yeah, he's like 27. He's the longest serving Chelsea player.
Yeah.
I heard that,
He was with the
He's just
Piers
left,
on.
hasn't he? He's just
Yeah.
left.
Tirzan, yeah.
He's just left, yeah.
He was
Yeah,
alright.
Tirzan,
He showed up same time as Lukaku and Mata, and
He could
he
have...
was just lightning, but he didn't have much, and it was around the Mourinho era, so he doesn't care about people, does
He
he?
could have gone with Mesut Ozil. Sat with him somewhere.
Yeah. There wasn't
Whoever
another
he was.
suit.
No, but he did well. He went out on loan.
Did he go to Fulham? I think he went to Fulham
He went
as well.
somewhere in the Premier League, then he
He
went
went
to
abroad,
like
yeah. He went abroad.
Sociedad
He was
or
at Roma for a
Was
little
it Roma?
bit.
But-
he was
yeah.
at he was.
Yeah.
He was at somewhere and he did well for a couple of years, and it was just like
Yeah.
But going back to the question, mate, if I may, Belfield was a great place to go.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm from 14, 15 years old. I jumped on the bus, even as an apprentice, like, you know, before I bought my first car. Jumping on the bus, getting out there, it's like a row of houses, and in between houses, you wouldn't even know it was there. There's a gate, and then you walk down the drive, and then it opened up to this unbelievable place, to be honest with you. And the feeling you got walking in, I mean, I don't know if you felt it when you went to your first games, but of all places, I remember going to Anfield as a kid, and you'd walk up the steps in the Anfield Road end or the Cop end,
Yeah.
and as soon as you seen the green of the pitch, the whole place changed for you. You know,
Yeah.
it was. That's it. This is it. It's heaven. It's where you want to be, and one day will you be there? You know.
Yeah.
But Belfield had the same thing. I mean, the nervousness of being a schoolboy or, you know, coming on trial or playing in the trial games even when before I was an apprentice, to get there and seeing being back then immaculate fields and the proper nets and,
Yeah.
you know, because as a kid growing up, it was put your own nets up on a Sunday morning if you had nets at all,
Yeah.
you know.
Otherwise, shoes.
So to see like a professional setup, and it was a great feeling, great atmosphere. And I wouldn't swap them early 4 years for anything,
Yeah.
because that's what blooded me, you know.
What was that? Up to 16, 17?
No, I was up to, I left when I was 18, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Maybe
14,
debut for Carlisle
15,
when I was 19, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I made my debut for Everton at 18, but it was in May before the cup final. And then I moved to Carlisle in the October after I was 19. The end of May.
Is there one moment, and I'm just adding this question, no one sent this in, but is there one moment from like your youth days that you can remember? What? Like, are you thinking of
a funny story?
Yeah, just like what's your maybe the favorite moment, whether on or off the pitch? Most of the stories are off the pitch, we know that, but
No, this was on the pitch.
yeah, well, it was before the beers kicked in, wasn't it?
No, well, we were playing Port Vale away, and that was probably Robbie Earle played. I think that was the probably the toughest game we had in that run to the final.
You scored that game?
No, that was for West Ham. It was obviously the same place.
Port
This is
Vale,
when I was
yeah.
17, like, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
And I was freezing, pissing down. It was 6 inches of mud on the pitch. There was no grass, and because they had no money, they wouldn't put the lights on until like 15 minutes before the kickoff.
Yeah.
So we were out on the pitch warming up, and I need a piss. So
Oh yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
it's dark, so I've got my tracky bottoms on and my shorts and obviously my undies, and I just start having a piss on the pitch, and the lights came on. So I've had to obviously take cover. I pissed me pants. I just couldn't stop.
Were they the white shorts?
I had to go. Yeah, didn't have any change of shorts neither, so
Yeah.
to go outside and roll in the mud.
So you were the original Jack Grealish then,
Before the game.
rolling around on the ground.
Yeah, before the game, I was rolling in the mud.
Yeah.
People looking, why are your shorts dirty? No reason.
Yeah, now it looks worse though. They think you've had an accident that way. Yeah, so another question, sort of a rhetorical, funny question sent in by the Denver's Man City supporter club, Denver, Colorado. They said, "Hey Ian, which Premier League player would you like to 2-foot the most, and why is it Mo Salah?"
And I think I responded on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or Grealish, but mostly Mo Salah right now. You wouldn't get the chance to 2-foot him because he'd jump out the way anyway.
Yeah, and you'd get sent off anyway, even if you didn't.
Intent.
Even if you didn't get. Yeah.
Unless a 2-footer him round the chest. Bit of a drop kick. From my old wrestling days.
Cantona style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we could talk about Salah all day. Is he first on our divers list? Connor's coming up with a current divers list, and I know he's on there. He's definitely on the shirt. I just don't know where he is. I think Grealish might be first, actually.
Yeah.
Grealish, Bruno
He takes the
Fernandes,
biscuit.
then Salah, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some, but it's the lower league teams now. Like, obviously Grealish, but like McGinn, Mitrovic.
But McGinn runs like he's about to fall over anyway,
know.
doesn't
Yeah.
he? He's like Groucho Marx.
Yeah. I don't know if this is
He
like...
needs a cigar.
It's even worse when they're... I know McGinn's Scottish, but like when they're British players, it's just... To me, it's like... You know, I don't know if it's like growing up watching the football we did,
yeah,
but
I mean,
it's...
he's not.
He's French, isn't he, Mopai?
Yeah, something, but like
It's just even worse when they're... You know, especially English. I mean, Scottish too. They shouldn't be...
Yeah,
they
Ashley Barnes. Yeah.
Ashley Barnes is Austrian.
What?
Yeah.
Austrian.
Austrian. Polish? Austrian? He's Austrian.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Ashley Barnes?
What?
No.
He's English.
No, he's not.
Do you mean Australian?
No,
That's Chris Wood.
No, Ashley
How's your
Barnes.
geography, mate?
No, I'm telling you.
No, I know he's but he's not Austrian, is he? I'm sure he's English, but he's got Austrian ancestry. He's been on Ancestry.com, or you have.
Austria U20s. He's born in Bath, England. Yeah. But still, I mean...
Or was it a water birth?
This just says Austria U20. I'm
Come on,
sure...
Con, that wasn't bad.
I'm sure he's played
It's
for...
alright.
I'm sure he's played for Austria's
Maybe, but
first
I'll
team.
kick in later. The beer is flat.
I
Look
know.
at it.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
looking
Why
at
is
it.
that? It's come out of a can.
It's from the gas station on the corner.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's
Check the
the-
date.
It's honestly, it's the worst.
Check the date on it.
It's the worst beer.
It doesn't taste bad. Yeah. I don't know.
You mugged one of the homeless fellas, didn't you? Outside the garage.
No, you're getting. They argue with you when you go into that one.
Yeah, they argue with themselves, and you get caught up in it.
Yeah, so that's the like standard of beer, with how much the homeless person argues with you outside.
Yeah,
God, it's better than a tenants extra back home, isn't it?
I'd always give them
I
one
see.
if they asked, though. If they were like,
Excuse me?
no,
For a few quid.
No, dear. No, if I'm walking out with like a 18, and he's like, "Can I have one?" I'll give him one. But if he just argues with me, I'm not giving.
Pour it
him
over his head.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Especially in the cold weather.
Yeah,
For the one day we get it.
coldy Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the Everton are doing well. You know,
Yeah,
7th
good, yeah.
place.
I mean, they scraped it, didn't they? 95th minute.
3-3.
But it
Yeah.
was great.
What a result.
Another one. It was such a good weekend,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, look, West Ham still getting a point away from home. It's good enough, you know.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Bournemouth winning.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they're getting the results against the bigger team. Well, against the teams that you aren't exactly a given. So a 0-0 against Fulham, it's not, you know.
No. You know, the team's fighting for their life.
Yeah.
I mean, the performance wasn't great, but going and picking a point up away from home, you take that any day.
Yeah. Well, that takes West Ham actually
Sixth,
39 6, yeah. 39 points in 23 matches is the same total they had in the whole of last season.
Good.
So obviously,
And don't forget, it's been since football was open again, so it was the end of last season. They've been on an unbelievable run,
yeah.
you know. Antonio come off again with I don't know, is it
Yeah.
is it a hamstring, isn't it a hamstring? It's just there's no backup really.
Yeah.
Was there a plan? He can't carry the load all on his own. I would have liked to have seen him buy someone.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Giroud didn't go. I mean, maybe it had something to do with the new Chelsea manager coming in, but he openly said he wants to leave in January if he wasn't getting game time, and he wasn't getting game time. I know he's been playing lately, yeah, but at the time,
He's been playing and it hasn't been working because no one's
Yeah.
getting a fucking ball to him. But
yeah,
yeah, I know. I was shocked as well, and then we got 6 months to keep him. You know, because if not, he will and should go.
Is his contract up?
I'd imagine
I think it
so.
is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd imagine so.
What about Aguero? Aguero's contract's up
Going
in
to
the
West
summer.
Ham.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that.
No, yeah, Aguero's gonna play at City. He's just gonna do a couple of. He'll do like
1 years.
3 1 years
Yeah.
and go to
Back to
Miami.
I just thought whatever he
Yeah.
does, I hope he stays. Whatever he does.
and then goes back to Argentina.
Yeah.
For a little
Speaking
bit.
of Inter Miami, Phil Neville's the manager there
Yeah.
now, isn't
Took over, yeah.
he?
Good.
I was trying to think.
That's bad. The MLS is so unpredictable. I don't think you should go in like, especially being David Beckham's old teammate and putting your name out there and being like, oh, I'll manage this team, because you could very easily do bad in the MLS,
Yeah.
and it not be your fault
They
as a
don't- I mean,
manager.
look, Patrick
and then-
Vieira,
exactly,
same shit,
yeah. And you get a bad name
Yeah.
just from that. Like, you were the guy to bring in, and now
Yeah.
you just got knocked
And
down.
he had a decent job with the England women's team as well. That's what he left.
yeah.
But
Yeah, and they were solid for a while as well. They were winning, or at least getting to the semi-finals
Yeah.
of
who was
everything,
it?
weren't
Who
they?
was it who said they were going to Inter Miami? Was it Sergio Ramos going to Inter Miami? I saw.
Messi.
No.
Yeah, they throw everybody's name out there.
Yeah.
Look, if you decide to pack up your boots and go to the MLS now from Real Madrid or somewhere like that, you've
But-
given up on life.
But okay, but all right. So what's Ramos getting? Probably like 300,000 euros.
It used to be come here for the money,
He's won the.
for one last swan song. Why
well-
does Ramos need a swan song?
Well, okay, but he gets to live in Miami.
You're
he
better
gets-
off going and being the
It's-
tallest
it's a
manager.
living out Miami.
He is a Mr. Miami
Yeah,
too.
he's won the Champions League 4 times. He's won the Euros
He's not-
twice. He's won the
That makes
World
it worse
Cup.
to come and play non-contest football. You can't
Yeah,
bear
Ramos
it,
would get
honestly.
into like UFC or something if he came up here.
Yeah.
He would.
Honestly, well, you're better off going and being the tallest man in China.
I mean, he could have honestly played in the Super Bowl. The
He
other
scores
night.
headers from corners anyway. He's going to get a bag full.
Yeah. That's funny. But, yeah, so, we don't really talk about Bournemouth and Carlisle all that much. But they were on a good streak recently. They're both in 6 in their respective leagues now. Bournemouth just beat Birmingham 3-2.
Carlisle have dropped down to 6th.
Yeah. They
Mate,
lost to
I'm
Forest
sorry,
Green.
I was out the weekend. So.
No, they had a couple games in hand though, didn't they?
They've got
They
games
have
in
4
hand.
games in hand.
So they've got 4 games in hand from first, 3 from second and third. So they've got a handful of games in hand. But
Yeah, but they're only like 4 points behind or something.
Yeah.
The leader. They're only like 4 points behind the leader.
Exactly. Yeah.
it might be a little more. I'll tell you.
It might have been from the if they lost at the weekend.
They lost against Forest Green at the weekend.
Yeah.
Hold on. Maybe it wasn't the weekend. It was last week.
There's that many games now on every day, isn't there?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up, to be honest. But
I got a little bit drunk after the Man City game.
yeah, they lost 2-1. Sorry, to Forest Green.
So Carlisle have 4 games in
At home?
hand at first, and they're 6 points behind
Right.
first.
It's still, but like it's still daunting having those games in hand. I mean, we saw it firsthand with City, didn't we? With the games in hand, they're written off. Like,
well, if they're that good and they were at the top before, they have the most games in hand in the whole league.
yeah, they got the 3rd best goal difference in the league. Yeah, I mean, so in League 2, I'm guessing. So 3 go up automatically, and then the next 4 go into playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's 4 teams that go up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So what goes on with the Scottish League? Half the league gets relegated,
What?
or I know in the Scottish.
No,
League,
it's only the Premier League's only 1 team go down, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Scottish
Well,
Prem.
okay, all right, that's makes sense if they do a playoff. But in the Scottish, there's 12 teams, and the top 6 are safe, and then the bottom 6 have to play each other.
I have no idea. I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
yeah. Honestly,
No.
I'm looking on here.
What does that blue mean? Relegation round?
Yeah,
There's only 12 teams in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only looking at that.
There's a lot of
'cause,
yes there, wasn't it?
I'm looking at that because it's happened here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't look that far.
I will
Anymore.
say
There's another English right back that just add him to the other set, like 20 English right backs that we have that's doing well for Rangers right now.
yeah, James
Is he?
Tavernier,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
no one beats Reece James.
Um,
I'll still say that.
Let's not go there.
yeah. Well, I will say a positive stat for Chelsea and against Mourinho. After Chelsea beating Tottenham, Mourinho's lost back-to-back Premier League home games for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
No, I saw that. Yeah, and that serves him right.
Yeah.
Play like this and this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So apparently, breaking news from last week that I didn't talk about last week. The Premier League.
That was breaking news from last week.
Well,
you
that's why I added last week. Well, I broke it last week, but we weren't recorded. The Premier League are introducing concussion substitutes.
Well, people run on and don't know what to do. It.
Yeah, half the time.
Behind his head and runs on the field.
They've been doing that since the 90s every time you were subbed up.
No, I'll just hangover substitutes.
But yeah, so it's an extra substitute if
They come off and give you a glass with raw eggs and
they come off as an extra substitute if they can assess the concussion. You know, they allow the substitute to come on, and it doesn't count against this.
follow my finger.
Who's the first team in the Premier League that you think abuses it?
Yeah, well, they get a knock. They get a knock and hold their head.
About this, yeah.
Get a knock and hold their head. Yeah, I don't know. Could be anyone that it cheats. They will find a way, though. They will find a way.
Yeah, every team has at least 2 or 3 people that are like.
Maybe Jose will teach
Yeah.
Rashford and everybody else how to do it, like you said about the penalties.
Rashford.
Yeah, he said Jose taught them how to win penalties.
Yeah.
All
But-
right, all right.
he's
You
not-
know, hey, calm down.
Yeah, but he's at
All
Tottenham.
right, our kid.
Is he still going to teach Rashford though from Tottenham?
You might phone him up.
Yeah, but yeah, what do you think? What do you
phone him up, ask him for a free dinner.
But I want to know your thoughts. 90s footballer. What do you think of the
90s
concussion
football?
substitute?
What do you mean by that?
80s footballer. Then.
Yeah, I was going to say
we were all
footballer,
concussed.
yeah.
We were all concussed back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange, mate. I remember.
They just called them substitution.
No, look, I did. I don't think I've told you in the past. We played Coventry away, and I went up for a header, and I think it was Telfer, little right winger. He made a back for me like Harry Kane does. I went right over his head, and I folded in half like a deck chair. I landed on
his back.
Yeah, I landed on the back of my head.
Did you fold your back?
Well, yeah, because my legs came over my head, so my spine just folded in half.
Yeah.
And so my nuts hit me in the face, sort of thing.
Yeah. And that's
I thought that was
what
just-
knocked you out. It wasn't hitting the floor or landing on your neck. It was the nuts.
I thought that was just an old age thing. I didn't know you had them back then as well.
It's like one of them, you know.
They call it the old 1-2.
You land, you think, oh, I've got away with it, and then you just see it coming towards your face. It's like having an aeroplane crash, and you float down, and you hit the ground and survive, and then look up, you think, fuck, thank God I've survived. You look down, there's a wing coming down. It
It was like
splatters you.
a solar eclipse.
That's what
The
it's like.
sun was just
That's what gave me the black eyes, anyway. I couldn't see, though.
Yeah.
It's like someone had put a hood over me. I thought I was getting kidnapped. Oh, it was horrible. So, literally.
Now I forgot
It was
what we're
horrible.
talking about.
It was horrible. It's just like this musty smell. No, so I get up, and I just remember John Green saying, "Are you okay?" And then he disappeared, and I was standing in the dressing room looking at Billy Bonds, and Billy's saying, "You're not okay, are you? You're not okay, are you?" And I didn't know until later that I'd played that 15 minutes that was left. And when I watched it on Match of the Day, I was watching myself run round, passing the ball about and not giving the ball away.
Yeah.
And it looked like I was watching somebody else.
You just don't remember.
So I don't remember a thing about that 15 minutes.
That's scary. Yeah.
I remember opening my eyes and standing in the dressing room.
Yeah.
The last thing by the field was John Green on the side asking me, was I okay? And then it was like a blink, and Billy was standing there, and I was in the dressing room. So it was surreal. I mean, I literally was vomiting. No, it was a sickly feeling. So Billy wouldn't let me go back out.
Yeah.
But if I'd have said, yeah, I'm okay, which I didn't know really how I was, it was just a sickly feeling. If I'd have said, yeah, I'm okay, I'd have probably gone back out.
Yeah.
And then there was another one like Chelsea. I don't know whether it was Steve Clark or Gareth Hall, one of the fullbacks, smashed me in the face and broke my nose. Bust my nose to the extent where, because I've got a big nose anyway, and it's a strong one of the sides didn't cave in. It was just this side caved in, so it just bent. And he smashed me, and that sickly feeling you get when you get it in the nose, you know?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know yours is rubber, is plasticine.
That's right. In boxing.
And that was a Wednesday night, and I finished the game, and then I played again on the Sunday or the Saturday against Villa, I think it was, and got elbowed in the nose again. And talk about...
Yeah.
But I left it broken for the rest of the season, and then at the end of the season when it had set with the curve in it,
Yeah.
I had to get it broken again to get it straightened. I don't even know why I told you that.
Played against the
Forgot.
doctor. And
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it's Alzheimer's. I think it's the concussion. So probably a good thing they're introducing these substitutions. But it just goes to
What
show.
was the question?
It just goes to show, though, like football's come a long way, and I do think it's important for them to address these things. I mean, I think it's about time, you know. But just on that topic, what do you think was the worst? If one of those, maybe, but what was the worst injury you played on with? I mean.
Jesus, I played for 6 months with a double hernia, which was agony. Couldn't train all week. Jogged on a Thursday, joined in on a Friday, played the game Saturday. Couldn't get out of bed till Monday. Had to fall out sideways. Couldn't dress myself. Couldn't put my own shoes on.
A normal weekend then.
Yeah. Fall out of bed on Monday and go to training.
Yeah.
And get me extra strong mints. Tony Cotty would give me a lift in the car, and I'd drive there on the passenger side like a dog with my head out the window, trying to get fresh air into me. No, I played for 6 months, all because Harry said, look, we need you. You know, we were mostly in relegation fights, so I did that for 6 months, and then they tried to stiff me on a new contract when I came out. And I missed a 3-week trip to Australia because I wanted to get the surgery as soon as the last game was done. I got the surgery, which was just as painful as the injury itself. I got the old mesh put in. I had the surgery so I could be ready for the next season. I missed 3 weeks in Australia. Which for me to miss a trip was a lot, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure Harry was happy though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well, he still had to get called out there. He didn't go with the team, and he got called out there the week later, I think, because there was chaos happening with the lads. Probably Monks.
Made you proud. Yeah.
Probably John Monks. No, it made me miss them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking they can't get in trouble without me.
Yeah,
it's not right. Now we did have a good punch that day, and also I don't want to harp on about it, but Luton in the cup. I got elbowed in the ribs, snapped 2 ribs. I mean, snapped completely to the extent I could feel them clicking when I was breathing. And I just remember laying on the floor, and it happened right next to the Luton fans. Yeah. And there was no fences or anything. And I remember like laying there and feeling something's really wrong here, you know, because I can feel them clicking. And all the fans were literally 3 feet away from me going, "Get up, you big pufter." Don't worry, Trevor Morley will come and kiss you better. And I couldn't even speak to them. I couldn't even have a go back because I couldn't breathe. Anyway, I stayed on because I think it might have been only 1 or 2 subs back then. I stayed on. I was just jogging up and down the touchline. So as I went to get back in a jog, the ball would go forward, and I'd turn around and vice versa. And then the ball came to me, and I just hooked it over the top away from me because I didn't want anyone near me. Yeah. And Mike Small went through on my through ball and scored the winning goal. Knocked him out, yeah. And then they're running to jump on me. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I ended up having 6 injections in me rib cage and me back. I remember Johnny Alpin, my mate at Carlisle. I was like a week later or something. I'm still in agony. Can't sleep, can't cough, can't fart, can't sneeze, can't laugh.
Yeah.
I remember Johnny Alpin. I'm on the phone when we still back then with your phone at the cord, you know, the landline.
Yeah.
He was, and I remember we were in the house in Chigwell then, and I remember Johnny because he was the funniest man in the world. I remember I'm talking through me ribs and how sore it is, and I can't do it, and he started making me laugh, and then I just dropped the phone, and I'm trying to crawl up the stairs. And I'm laughing so I can't move properly. And I can hear him laughing at me laughing in agony. And it was making me laugh more. Yeah. I'm shouting, I'll call you back. I'll call you back. I crawled up the stairs to get away from him. And I don't think I called him back for another 3 weeks. Something like that.
Yeah.
But it was painful. Real agony, yeah.
So with stuff like that and the hernia for that long, did they keep that like quiet? Like, is that something they wouldn't put out there, or was it?
Yeah, nobody said anything. I don't even know if people know about it today. It's only when it comes out.
That was Mark Hembridge, wasn't it?
Pembridge got me, yeah.
Yeah.
And funny enough, every time it was coming up that I would get him back, either he'd be injured and not play. Or I would.
Yeah.
I think I remember once at Everton when I was injured, I said to Dixie, "Smash him for me."
Yeah.
You know, and I think he did, but obviously not good enough.
Yeah.
Because he played again.
Yeah.
But it does get you like that, and it does make you feel like that. You know, it was an off the ball thing as well. The ball was on the deck. Why is he elbowing me in the ribs? You know, and it was a proper.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's about time, I think, they address this in football, but the problem is the divers and the people going down holding their face, they're making it... It's the boy who cried wolf, isn't it? Yeah. They're making it harder for football to progress and actually watch out for the safety of the players, because if you've got Mo Salah going down like that, like, you get pulled... Okay, say he did get pulled by the arm, say Ruben Diaz did yank his arm, he's not hurt, is he? He's just going down, but he went down like he was hurt.
Look, I go back to the refs because it's not a natural fall. It doesn't look like a natural fall. It isn't a natural fall, obviously, because we know he's diving.
Yeah.
But At least make it look more realistic.
Yeah,
if you're going to do it. If you're going to con someone, the problem is you don't have to con the refs because they're freaking stupid.
No, you just go down.
You know?
But say Jack Grealish goes down and he actually does break a rib or something, it's gonna
God forbid.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna people like
The
us
most
are gonna
fouled
think
player.
you're just diving again, you know, and it's like it's just ruining it in more ways than one. Not just the cheating aspect, but the progression aspect. Because
Of course, yeah, this rule was brought
see,
to
part of the
wrong
problem is-
part of players.
yeah,
Part of the problem is,
Wrong,
does he
yeah.
ever go off injured from any of it? How can somebody be fouled that many times
the most
and,
fouled-
and never be injured,
the most
never
fouled
get hurt?
player, yeah,
The
doesn't
most
get
fouled player never gets hurt.
yeah. Well, that just goes.
That's your point, isn't it? That's what, don't referees see that? Most fouled player. He's
To be
never
fair-
gone off injured.
To be fair, I feel like Messi has that stat though.
Messi?
Yeah,
as what
But
most fouled.
that's-
No, I think
but that's-
I think it's Neymar actually.
yeah, but
I think
he's
Neymar's-
he's a huge cheat himself. But I'm saying like I'm sure someone like Messi back in like maybe like 7 years ago.
But
where
actually fouled though because of his
that's what I'm
swarming.
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
But that's why they brought up because it's like he's so good. It's like they have to chop him down.
I think it was. I know it was Neymar last year, most fouled player. I think Jack Grealish is probably in the running for it. I know he's most fouled player in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes is probably a close second. But it really, I think we'll just end on this. It really goes back to the refs are either scared or, you know, whatever it is to to take the matter in their own hands and actually take control of it because they've got the laws that'll back up. Oh well, he was the last man or whatever, and he's been pulled down or clipped.
You can see now why they didn't want VAR.
Yeah, but it's working in their favor still. VAR is still backing them up though.
It's still
Besides-
it's backing them up because
Well,
they're backing
no,
each other up, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
making them look
exactly,
stupid.
yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
Dean looked absolutely stupid
Yeah,
looking at that screen so many times and then actually coming and giving the complete wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, another episode down, and we still don't know how to fix it. But
Well,
we'll
all
keep
these-
pressing
We
the
can't
issue.
fix it.
Yeah,
All
We can
these-
only talk about it.
yeah.
all these referees, there needs to be, especially the big names. A lot of them need to fall for this VAR to work because
Yeah.
you are the problem. That's why VAR has
Yeah.
come in.
Well, just
It was coming in one way or another.
speaking
you
of
know?
Mike Dean, he asked to not ref any games this weekend. You said.
That's why I was laughing earlier when he was talking about him because
Can he say that every weekend?
yeah, he sounded like he was the one that like sparked the death threats the way you were talking earlier. That's why I was laughing. But
I mean,
I don't condone that unless
No.
it's me doing it.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nice, but it's
Yeah,
something
that-
if it takes Mike Dean to pull himself out of the weekend games. You know?
Okay, but if Mike Dean can look at that and be like, not as, oh, these people are crazy, which I'm sure some of them are, that are sending him death
I think
threats.
you have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, but he also should maybe look and be like,
What can I do?
yeah,
What
why
did I do?
Why
Yeah.
is it me?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Doesn't see you.
doesn't no, it won't see. I think it's like they're like grandfathered in. You
Yeah.
know, like
They're tenured.
That's it, yeah.
they have tenure. Yeah,
It's a cult.
yeah, exactly.
These reps are a
So
cult.
yeah, like they're all eating dinner with like
Is that a misspelling?
yeah. I'm sure they all were like in hand with like Sepp Blatter and that, you know, like there's always going to be with this much money. There's always going to be dirty
Yeah.
politics in football, and the refs are the way to get
Yeah.
the main vein to get through that, you know.
On that note,
Yeah.
it's been fun. Yep.
The referee cult.
Yeah,
You're going to watch this back and you're going to see how many times we go, yeah.
it's just going to be an episode of King of the Hill.
Well, we said we argued the last two, so we were going to keep
It's
it.
been good. You two,
Keep it
you've been good
okay.
boys today. Well done. I'll tell your mum.
Thanks. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to sign up for the mailing list at 5pintsin.com. Give us a like on Apple. It really helps our rating out and gets our podcast out to new listeners. And go like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I think that's everything.
Cheers, everyone.
Good having a beer, guys. Cheers.
Thanks again. Ta-da.